Namaskar, Abhishek, once again with a new episode in the series called Unlocking Stars with Abhishek. Unlocking Stars with Abhishek is a series on Brihat Parasa Hora Shastra. Brihat Parasa Hora Shastra, in short, BPHS, is one of the most fundamental, most genuine, and most authentic scriptures on Vedic astrology. This great scripture is revealed in the form of discourse between the great teacher Maharshi Parasar and his beloved student Maitre. In the last episode, he came up with a great technique in Vedic astrology, Argala, and he did a Argala Adhyaya. Through this series, we are paying our humble and respectful tribute in the lotus feet of Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar. After Argala Adhyaya, he is taking Maitre to one of the most important aspect of Vedic astrology, that is Karaka. That is the significators, that is the indicators. We know Vedic astrology, this Jyotish, is one of the Vedang out of 6. Karak is being discussed by the Vyakaranacharyas, great grammarians, including Panini, in view of linguistic development. But the basic core idea is the same. Prima facie, a Karak is the requirement for doing some action. And then the great Vyakrancharyas developed Karakas and they came up with the 8 type of Karakas. But here in astrology, Maharshi will reveal today 3 type of Karakas which are prominent in Vedic astrology: Char Karak, Sthir Karak, and Bhav Karak. In previous adhyayas also, Mahaguru directed Maitre, if you are going to do Phalades and if you are looking at any Bhav, so think about the Bhav, Bhaves and Karak. In the very beginning, he indicated, so we can understand how important this concept is. What today Maharshi is going to discuss. As usual, before following the footprints of Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar, we go together and bow down in the lotus feet of Guru of the Guru, Dev of the Dev, Mahadev, the Adi Guru. Let's come, let's bow down first. Let's pray first. Atma tvam girija matiha sahacharaha pranaha sariram griham पूजाते विषयोपभोग रचना निद्रा समाधि स्थिति संचारः पदयो प्रदक्षिण विधि अस्त्रोत्राणि सर्वागिरे यत् कर्म करोमि तद् अखिलम् Sambho tava aradhanam. Karcharan kritamba, kaya jamba, karma jamba, sravana nayana jamba, manasamba paradham. Vihitam vihitam va, sarvametat chamasva. Jaya Jaya Karuna Badde Sri Mahadev Sambho. Jaya Jaya Karuna Badde Sri Mahadev Sambho. Jaya Jaya Karuna Badde Sri Mahadev Sambho. Jai Gurudev. Har Har Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev. After bowing down in the lotus feet of great Lord, great Guru, Sri Mahadev, now it's time to enter in the Parasar, the great Parasar, the great Guru Parasar Mahakathan related to Karak. Let's come. Let's immerse in it. Atha Karakadhyayaha Parasaruvacha Athaham Samprakshami Grahanatma Karakam Sabdarabhyadi Sanyata Rahunatan Va Ast Sankhyakan. In the very first verse of this chapter, the great Guru Maharshi Parasar is directing Maitreya. He's saying, hey Maitreya, I'm going to tell you about the Atma Karak Adi, Atma Karak, etc., Karakas of the Grahas, of the planets, of the all 7 planets, starting from the Sun to Saturn. So initially he is talking about Sun to Saturn only. So he is talking about the Atma Adi Karak of Sun to Saturn. And thereafter he added Rahu. He added Rahu also. He's saying the 8th planet is Rahu. Rahu will be also considered. So 7 main planets and then Rahu. So 8 Karakas. The total 8 Karakas he is talking about. He will talk about Rahu more in the next verse. So he just, through the first verse, he just express his intention, what he is going to do in this chapter. He is going to reveal Karakas of the Grahas in this chapter, the main 7 planet and the Rahu. Let's come in the verse 2. Ansai hasamau grahe duyo cheta rahantan chintayeta tada saptaiva karakanevam kechidastau prachate. Why he took Rahu separately? Now it is going to be clarified. There is no problem, no doubt on the 7 planets, but the Rahu is being treated separately. So Rahu will become a Karak. Rahu will become a Karak when there is a similarity in terms of the longitude of 2 planets. Then Rahu will come into the picture. And Rahu will take over the Karaka portfolio. However, some of the school of thought, Acharyas, Purvarti Acharyas, basically, they are saying like the 8 planets, including Rahu, will have to consider irrespective of any similarity of the longitude between 2 planets. So don't check the longitude similarity, just 8 planets, 8 Karakas. Purvarti Acharyas are saying like that. Maharshi is coming like 7 planets, 7 Karakas. Rahu will come into the picture. Only the 2 planets longitude will be similar. Then Rahu will come with 7. He will explain further in case of the similarity. So let's come along. Let's flow with the Maharshi and emerge in the next verse 3. Blessing is coming on us through the great Guru. Atma Suryadikhetana Madhe Yansadhiko Graha Ansu Same Kaladhikya Tat Same Vikaladhikaha. Now problem is arising. That's why Maharshi is coming with the solution. He's saying about the Atma Karak. He's giving the definition of the Atma Karak. He is providing the technique how to define Atma Karak. So he is saying Suryadi Khetanam, sun and other planets. So we have to check the longitude, which is the maximum, more longitude. That will take the portfolio of Atma Karak. That portfolio he will take. In any native chart, you check the longitude of all the planets. The maximum longitude, the planet is Atma Karak. But what will happen? What will happen when the degree is same? Then check the minute. What will happen when degree and minute both are same? Then check the second. That's why Maharshi is saying, in case of the Kala Adikyat, it's okay. Tat Samya Vikaladhika. So if Kala, minute is same, then see the Vikal. He's talking in terms of the Vedic timing system we dealt in previous episodes. Now, it's very clear, no doubt, how to find out Atma Karak, the maximum longitude. In case of degree is equal, then see the minute. In case of minute is also equal, see the second. Now, next revelation is coming through the verse number 4. Budhai rasi kaladhikyat grahayo naiva atma karakah अंसाधिकः कारकः स्याद अल्पभागो अंत्यकारकः. He's going in a flow. मध्यांशो मध्यखेटाः स्यादुपखेटः स एव हि बिलो गमनाद्रहोरांसा सोध्या Khawahanitaha. So up to 5 verse, Maharshi is going to reveal. Maharshi said, in case of these 3, what these 3? So 3 conditions he talked about. Degrees same, and then degree and minute same, and then we have to see the second. So the first is degree same, then minute same, then second. So he is saying, in that case, there are special technical names assigned for these 3. That is the Antyakaraka, Madhyakaraka, and Upakheta. So these are the Antyakaraka, Madhyakaraka, and Upakheta. He's saying. And he's saying, in case of Rahu, we have to be very very careful, because we know the nodes always retrograde. So nodes are always retrograde. So in that case, we have to subtract the longitude of the node from 30 degrees, and then we have to see in case of Rahu. So these are the revelation of Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara. Let's come in verse number 6. Let's come in the verse number 6. Immerse in the verse first. अंश क्रमादधो अध्यास्तथाश्चराख्याः कारका इति आत्मख्या कारकैस्तु प्रधानं कथ्यते द्विज. So the Karak, we have to the Karak. So basic rule is like that. We have to see the longitude, and based of the longitude we will decide the Karak. But he is saying out of the Karakas, this Atma Karak, this Atma Karak is the Pradhan Karak, is the main Karak, prime Karak. Atma Kya Karakesu Astu Pradhanam. So this Atma Karak is a Pradhan Karak. Atma Karak is the most important. So very important. It's a prime Karak. He's adding more flavor to it. Sa eva jatikadhiso vigeyo dvijuttamam yatha bhumau prasiddhasti naranam chiti palakaha sarvavarta adhikari cha bandha krina moksha krita. He is comparing Atmakarak with the Chiti Palak, with the king of the Lord. How king behaves. Everyone is reporting to king. No one can enter. No one can take decision without permission of the king. That is the Atmakarak. That is the Atmakarak for the native. So he is giving the importance. He is explaining the importance of the Atmakarak. How Atmakarak is important. Comparing the Atmakarak with the king. Sarva Varta Adhikari cha. Vanda Kritna Moksha Krita. So he's a Chiti Palak. So he has Atmakarak has same importance like king. So up to verse number 8, we understood what is the Atmakarak and how to find Atmakarak and how important Atmakarak. Now he is coming. Now he is shedding some more light on the Atmakarak. Importance of the Atmakarak he is talking. Let's imagine the verse 9. Yatha raja gyaya vipra putratayo putratyadayo janaha samartha lokakaresu tathaivaante apikaraka. He's saying like he Dvij Uttam, he Vipra, he Maitre. Just like in a cabinet, the minister, mantri, cannot do anything without getting any permission, any order from the Raja, from the king. The king's order is important. Raja Agya. So all the ministers, everyone is working under the king's order. Similarly, the other Karakas, now he is explaining about the other Karakas. Atma Karaka Adi, he has started in the very first verse. So which are other Karakas apart from the Atma Karak? Now it is coming. So like Putra Karak or Amatya Karak, etc. They All the other Karakas, they cannot do anything. They cannot override Atmakarak in the affair of the native's life. So how Atmakarak is so important. Now he is going further. आत्मानुकूलमेव वात्रा भवन्ति फलदायकः प्रतिकूले यथा भूपे सर्वेर अमात्यादयो द्विज. He's saying, hey Dviz, hey Brahman, hey Maitre, if the Atmakarak is adverse, if Atmakarak is pratikul, the other Karakas cannot give their benefit results fully, because Atmakarak will hinder. Similarly, if the Atmakarak is favorable, other Karakas, Putra Karak, Amatya Karak, other Karakas, cannot predominate their malefic influence. Atmakarak will protect. How Atmakarak is important. So that Maharishi is revealing in the next two verses, 11th and 12th. Karyam kartum manusyanam na samartha bhavanti hi tatha atmakarake krure na anne swasubhadayakah. If Atmakarak is cruel, then the Subh, other Karakas, they cannot do much. Similarly, in the next verse, Anukule nripeyadhyat sarve amatyadayo dvija nasubham kurvante danya anne swa asubhadayakah. Amatya Karak, other Karakas, they cannot disturb more with their maleficence if the Atmakarak is soothed and protected. So this is all about the importance of the Atmakarak. So now we understand. Now Maharishi established Atmakarak, very important, prime, pradhan Atmakarak in native's life. Now he is focusing on other Karakas, Anya Karak. Let's emerge in verse 13. आत्मकारक भागेभ्यो न्यूनासो अमात्यकारकः तस्मान् न्यूनासको भ्राता तन्यूनो मातृका संज्ञकः. He is just giving names. We are just going further. तन्यूनांस पिता तस्मात् अल्पांस पुत्र कारकः पुत्र न्यूनांस को ज्ञातिर ज्ञाते न्यूनांस को हीयः. Further, he is assigning names of the other Karakas. Sadar Karako Giyo Nirvinsaka Dvij Uttamam Charakya Karaka Ete Brahmana Katita. These are the Charakarak. Now he explained these are the Charakarakas. So he has started like a Atmakarak, the maximum number of longitude. After the Atmakarak, the second maximum is the Amatyakarak. After Amatyakarak, the third one is the Bhratrikarak. After Bhratrikarak, the fourth one is the Matrukarak. After Matrikarak, the fifth one is the Pitrukarak. After Pitrukarak is a Putrakarak. And after Putrakarak, we are going in the value of the longitude. After Putrakarak is a Gyatikarak. And the least minimum longitude is a Dara. So these are the other Karakas. He explained these are the other Karakas, and they are the Char Karak. They are the Char Karak. They are the variable Karakas because it's a native specific. If you see one's native chart, might be moon is a Atma Karak, and in other native chart, might be moon has least degree, then it becomes Dara Karak. So these are variable, they vary from native to natives, from chart to chart. That's why they are variable Karak. Hey Maitre, hey Brahman. So Mahasi is saying, I told you about the Char Karak now. Now you know all the Char Karakas, how to identify the Char Karak. You know, no doubt about it. Now he added next verse number 16. So next verse number 16, he added, that is a special note sort of verse. Let's immerse in the verse 16. मातृकारकमेवान्ये वदन्ति सूतकारकम् द्योग्रहौ भागतुल्यो तेजजायताम् यस्य जन्मनि. He's saying Matrikarak. Purvarti Acharyas and some school of thoughts are still thinking Matrikarak and Putrakarak considering identical. Some school of thought. And then if the two planets have same longitude, Dyo Graho Bhag Tulyo. So two planets have same longitude, then both become Karak. Both become Karak, then what will happen? Je Jayate Tasya Janmani, both become Karak in this case if the two planets have same longitude. In this case, there will be a deficit of one Karak. That's a gray area. Deficit of one Karak. Marcy will explain and he will tell which Karak will prevail in oncoming verses. Now in 17th verse, Marcy is explaining more. Tad agra karakasyavam lopo geyo dvijuttamam isthir karaka vasatasya alam geyam subha subham. Now he is telling. Now he is saying in this case, we need to consider the Isthir Karak. Isthir Karak, that will influence me. There is a tie, then the Isthir Karak. So, Isthir Karak prevail in that case when there is a tie between two planets. Who will take over? Who will give? Karka. So, it's very, very much clear now. He explained very beautifully all the Char Karakas, starting from the Atam Karak to Dara Karak. The maximum longitude Atam Karak, the minimum longitude Dara Karak. And he started from the Atam Karak to Amatya Karak to Bhratri Karak to Matru Karak, Pitri Karak, Putra Karak, Gyati Karak, and Dara Karak. So now we have ability to find out these Karakas in any native state. Now Maharshi is explaining more. Maharshi is explaining and about the tie-up he has already explained. He has already told if there is a tie between two planets. Like for Dara Karak, if there is a matching, longitude is identical, then the Isthir Karak, Venus will be considered for the matter of the marriage. is coming under Dara Karak Tattva. Now Maharishi is explaining more about the Sthir Karak. Now he is talking about the Sthir Karak. He has completed, he has revealed, he has blessed about the Chara Karak already. So we know Chara Karak. Now Sthir Karak. Let's come. He will explain Sthir Karak, starting from the verse number 18 to verse number 21. Adhuna pravakchami sthirakhyan karaka graham sapitrikarako geyo yo balira visukrayo. He's saying, and now I'm going to tell you about the Sthirkara, constant significators. I'm going to tell you. And in the very first verse, he quickly said about the Pitrikarak. About the Pitrikarak, he is saying between Sun and Venus. Between Sun and Venus, whosoever is stronger of the two indicate father. So for father, Sun and Venus, you have to check. And you have to check who is strong. That will be the Sthirkarak for the father. Now, for mother, Matrikara, he is revealing in verse number 19. Chandrariyor bali kheto Matrikaraka uchyate bhaumato bhagini syalayaha kaniyana janani yapi. Now he is taking Moon and Mars. After Sun and Venus for Pitrikarak, now Moon and Mars. So Moon and Mars, whosoever is strong between two, indicate mother. That's a Matrika. And this Matrikarak is not confined to mother only. It's also talking about the sister, Bhagini, and the brother-in-law also, Syalaha, and the younger co-borns, Kaniyan. So that is the Matrika. We will check from the Moon and Mars. Now he is going to reveal more. Let's come in next verse from 20 onwards. Budhana matri sajatiya matuladhyascha bandhavaha guroha pitamaha sukratapatiha putraha sanaishara viprante vasinaha patni pitarau swasasurau tatha Mata mahadayan chintaya ete cha sthir karaka. Now he finishes the karaka. After Moon and Mars, only Mars. So Mars will be Moon and Mars, I told. Moon and Mars, Matrikarak, who is strong? Moon and Mars. Matrikarak, who is strong? Or brother-in-law, younger co-borns, Mars only. Mars only. Not Moon and Mars. Moon and Mars is only her mother, whosoever is strong, according to Maharishi Parashara. I'm correcting. And Mercury, maternal relatives, maternal side. And the Jupiter, paternal grandfather, mainly. and Venus, Sukrata, Pati, husband, and Saturn, Putra, Saneshcharat. So Sunny, Saturn, Putra. And then he is saying, Viprante, Viprante Vasinaha. So Ante Vasinaha, very tricky here. Some of the acharyas believe he is talking about Ketu, because Ketu is the last. Ketu living in the last. So some acharyas believe it's a Ketu, because he has already talked about Saturn. So I'm also going by Ketu for verse number 20. So Ketu for the wife, father, mother, parents-in-law, maternal grandfather. That's the Ketu. So these are the Sthir Karakas. Sthir Karakas, Sun and Venus, whosoever is strong, father. Moon and Mars, whosoever is strong, mother. Mars, younger co-born and brother-in-law, Sala. Mercury, maternal relatives. Jupiter, paternal grandfathers. Venus, husband. Saturn, son. And Ketu, wife, father, mother, parents-in-law, maternal grandfather. So these are the Ishir Karakas. So after Char Karakas, he provided Sthir Karakas. Sthir Karakas here. Now, after Sthir Karakas, he will go and talk about the Bhava Karakas he will talk. So before we will go along with Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara and listen his Bhava Karak revelation. As far as Sthir Karakas is concerned, the constant Karakas are concerned normally in standard literatures. Most of the acharyas are agreed and go sun for father, moon for mother, Mars for younger co-borns, brothers, sisters, Mercury for maternal relatives, Jupiter for son and daughter, progeny, and Venus for wife and husband, both spouse, and Saturn for death and longevity. So most of the acharyas for Sthir Karaka, they go like that. But we have explained, we are just going by Maharshi Parashara, how Maharshi Parashara has developed these things. And verse by verse we go. Now, let's immerse in verse number 22. He has dedicated 3 verses, 22, 23, and 24, for house-related Bhavakaraka. Let's immerse in it. अथाहं कारकान वक्षे खेट भावसात द्विज रवितः पुण्यभे तात च चंद्रमान मता माता चतुर्थके पूजात त्रितयो भ्राता बुद्धात षष्ठे च मातुलः देवे जात पंचमात पुत्रो दाराः शुक्राच सप्तमे मंदाष्टमतो मृत्युः पितृदीनाम विचिन्तयेत् इति सर्वं विचार्य बुद्धस्तत फलं वदे. Very beautifully he has explained. Now, house related Bhavkara. If one planet is sitting in the Bhav, then Bhavkarak you have to consider. So, this Bhavkarak is different from the Charakarak and Sthirkarak. So let's from ninth from sun. Ninth from sun is father. So he's saying Ravitaha Punne Bhe, Punne ninth house. It's a style of Mahaguru Mahasi Parasa. I'm in love of this style. Now, after ninth from sun is father, fourth from moon is mother, and third from Mars is brother, and sixth from Mercury is maternal uncle, maternal relative. Fifth from Jupiter is Putra, and Putri also, obviously, you have to correct in line with the Deskala Patra. And seventh from Venus is wife, husband also, spouse. And eighth from Saturn is death. Eighth from Saturn, death. So these are the bhav. So he explained. He started the Charakarak, Atamkarak, ityadi, and then Isthirkarak or planet, like sun for father, moon for mother, and then Bhavakarak. So ninth from sun, father, fourth from moon, mother, in this way, in this vehicle. So he revealed Karakas. Now we know three type of Karakas. Three type of Karakas. Now he is going to explain more, adding more value. He is giving us Yoga Karak. Yoga Karak. Yoga means addition, working together. Two planets are coming working together. Three planets are coming working together. That's a yoga. The Yoga Karak. Mutual co-workers. How they will work together for the benefit of the native. So he will discuss now. Let's come in verse number 25th. He will discuss Yoga Karak starting from 25th to 30. So 25th to 30 he will discuss. He will shed some light. Let's come. Athaham sampravakshami prasangadyoga karaka hetan janmani jatakasya mithaha sthiti vasat dijay. Now Mahasi is saying, O Brahman, O Maitre, he Dvij, now I will talk you about the Yoga Karakas. Yoga Karakas I'm going to talk. So how they will become Yoga. So in the verse number 25th, he is just expressing his intention, what he is going to talk in next few verses. He is going to talk about the Yoga Karakas. Yoga Karakas are two planets are working together, or how planets are working for the native. So the real revelation, he is starting from the verse number 26. Let's come. Swache swauche cha mitrche mitha kendra gata graha te sarve karakastesu karmagastu visestaha. Three avastha is very important. Mahasi is talking about the three avasthas. Swachetre, swauche, mitrche. Own sign, sign of exaltation, and friendly sign. So always remember the best three positions. Own sign, exaltation, and the mitra sign. So he is saying if the planet are in the mutual kendras means from each other 1, 4, 7, 10. So you check 1, 4, 7, 10 position from each other, mutual kendras. So if the planets are in mutual kendras and they are in the own sign, sign of the exaltation and friendly sign also, friend sign also. then that planet will become Yog Karak for the native. So two conditions. These planets must be in own sign or sign of the exaltation or friendly sign. First condition. Second condition, these planets has to be in the mutual kendras 1, 4, 7, 10. Then become Yog Karak for that native. That is the revelation. That is the revelation from the verse number 26 of Karaka Adhyaya, Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra. So we have to check chart like that. Now next revelation is coming through the verse number 26, 27. Yatha lagne sukhe kame swa uchchasta graha dvija bhavanti karakakyaste visesana chakhe stita. Now he's saying if the planet in the 10th house is adding the 10th house flavor, he is adding here visesane chakhe stita, akas khe. So in the 10th house, a planet will be significant. Planet is getting additional kick. It's a karma bhav, being more active, gaining active kick to do something. That is Mahasi is indicating. And the planet simply, if it is not in friendly sign or not in the Kendra, if the planet is in like a first house, fourth house, and seventh house, so these are in the first house, fourth house, and seventh house. They are Kendra positions, but they are not in the friendly sign and sign of the exaltation and sign of own sign. So they will not become Yog Karak. They will not become Yog Karak. Even if they are in the other houses, but if even if they are in the other houses, it means the house lord is not friendly to him. And if it is not the sign of the exaltation, if it is not sign of the exaltation, if the house lord is not if the house lord is not friendly to him, so in that case also he's giving more revelation. It means the avasa of the planet is very important. Own sign, friendly sign, and exaltation, and they must be in the mutual kendras. And 10th house is very important, getting a special kick as far as your karakatva is concerned. Now he is revealing more. Let's come in the verse number 28 onwards. Swamitra uchaso heturanto yadi kendragaha suhrita tadruna sampannaha so apikaraka uchyate नीचान वयते अपि यो जातः विद्यमाने च कारके सोऽपि राजसमो विप्रा धनवान सुख संयुता राजवंशमुन्नुत्पन्नो राजा भवति निश्चयातात् एवं कुलानुसारेण कारके व्यय फलं वदे. He is saying to see the karak that will give you indication about the line of predictive approach also. He is saying if such yoga karakas are in the chart, if such planet are there, so the person will become a king if he born in the royal family, or if he is not from the royal family, then also he will become like a king. Thus, the effect of the karakas, the number of planets, and the order of the native, the number of the planet, how many karakas, yoga karakas is being in the chart, that will give you idea about the condition of the native, life of the native. So you have to do the phalades kul anusarena karaka bhya phalam badet. So kul anusar, des kal patra you have to take into the consideration. You have to take it into the consideration. So this is the revelation. This is the revelation of Mahaguru related to Yoga Karak. Usually, some of the acharyas believe like if one planet is owning Kendra and Trikona together simultaneously. So planet owning Kendra and Trikona simultaneously. So Kendra Lord also and Trikona Lord also become Yoga Karak. For Cancer ascendant, you can see like Mangaldev, Mars is Yoga Karak. And also you have to consider this revelation by Mahaguru. Mahaguru basically put forwarded 3 rules here. 3 rules he has provided basically. In the first instance, he was saying if 2 planets are in mutual kendras from ascendant and the avastha of the planet is exaltation or own sign or friendly sign, then they will act on behalf of each other because they are working together. That is the concept of Yoga in this case. And they will be known as Yoga, Parashara Yoga, you can say. And if one of the planet is in the 10th house, the effect will be prominent. That Maharshi was revealed. So Maharshi is saying this has to be checked from the ascendant, not from the moon. So from the ascendant, we have to check. From the ascendant, we have to check. This is the first rule. If 2 planets are in Kendra or not, then they will work together. Yoga. I'm just wrapping this up in conclusion for better clarity understanding. In the second instance, second rule, you can say like that. If these planets are not in these 3 avasthas, own house, exaltation, and friendly house, but they are in the kendras from the ascendant, they will not become yoga. That is also second rule we have to remember. And as a third rule, you can say, Maharishi revealed, if these planets, two planets, basically, are in trikonas, you can say 159, and they are in the exaltation or own sign of friendly sign, they will also work like a yoga karak, although they are not placed in a kendras from the ascendant. That's very important. So this is the yoga karak concept Maharishi had put forwarded through these verses. Now, from next verse, he is going to explain something related to the house signification. So let's immerse in the verse. अथाहं संप्रक्ष्यामि विशेषं भावकारकान् जनस्य जन्म लग्नं यत् तत् विद्यादात्मकारकम्. So he's saying, now I'm going to tell you, Maitre, about the signification of the houses, how houses are related to these karakas. So now the first house denotes the soul, Atma, self. And the second house, Dara. He's saying Dara, second house. And the 11th house, elders, elder brother. Let's come in the verse up to next couple of verses. धन भावम बीजानियात दारकारकमेव हि एकादशे अग्रजातस्य तृतीयं तु कनीयस्य सूते सूतं बीजानियात पत्नीं सप्तं भावतः सूत भावे ग्रहो यः स्यात् सो अपि कारक उच्यते. And then he will talk about the paragrahas also in the next verse. We will go. So first house is the self, second house wife, and the 11th house elder brothers, and the third house is younger brother and sister. Fifth house is progeny, and the 7th house is wife. One thing also very important here, sute sutam bijanyat patnim saptam bhavat sut bhave graho yasyat suapi karaka. So here the tricky bit is like a planet in the 5th become a karak for wife, is saying. Planet in the 7th, patnim saptam. So now how he had provided these things. Now assigning the planets to the house in the next verse. Suryo ha guru ha kuja somo gurur bhoma sitah sani gurus chandra suto jivo mandasya bhava karakaha. He's giving house-wise. So first Surya, second Guru, third Mangal. He's coming like that in this verse. So first house, sun, for self, soul, constitution, etc. Then Jupiter, second house, Karak for family, finance, wife also. Then Mars, third house, courage and younger co-borns. Then Moon, Moon is fourth house for mother. Jupiter, fifth house for progeny. Mars, sixth house for enemies. Venus, seventh house for wife and conjugal bliss. Saturn, eighth house, longevity. Jupiter, ninth house, fortune and religion. Mercury, 10th house, honor. Jupiter, 11th house, elder brothers. And Saturn, 12th house, expenditure. So he connected planets with the house significations. House significations he connected. He did not talk about the, Maharishi Parashara did not talk about the nodes, Rahu and Ketu. But for 12th house, like some acharyas are thinking like for final moksha, emancipation, that's a Ketu in the Karaka. But Maharishi has provided Saturn. Maharishi provided Saturn. So in this way we understand. Now he is going to discuss about the भावों के विशेष शुभत्व और अशुभत्व through the verse number 35 to 37. Let's immerse in the verse. पुनस्तान्वादयो भावः स्थापयास्तेषां शुभ अशुभ लाभस्त्रीतयोरन्ध्रश्च शत्रुसंज्ञा धनव्ययः एते भावाः समाख्याता क्रूराख्या द्विज उत्तमम् एषां योगेन यो भावस्तस्य हानिः प्रजायते भावा भद्राश्च केन्द्राख्यां कोणारभ्यो द्विजोत्तमम् एषां संयोगमात्रेण ह्यो शुभो अपि शुभो भवेत्. Now he is giving some classical technique. He is addressing Maitre, Hedis, after knowing the significations of the first house, second house, and so on and so forth. After knowing the merits, significations of the houses, the Subha and Asubha phalas can be said. He indicated like 11th house, third house, 8th house, 6th house, second house, and 12th house. All three houses, 6 and 12. And then 2 and 3 and 11. These houses Maharishi is declaring as a malefic houses. So 11, 3rd, 8, 6, 2 and 12 are malefic houses Maharishi declared. So he is giving technique now. He is saying the association with these houses will inject evil if an association with these malefic houses is happening with the planet. And the Kendra and Trikonas are auspicious, Maharishi is saying. So Kendra and Trikonas are auspicious, so association with these houses which convert evil into the auspiciousness. So we got auspicious houses, Kendra and Trikonas, and the other Trisadai and Trik houses he is talking. That's the inauspicious houses, malefic houses. So he explained like 6 houses basically. 11, 3, 8, 6, 2, and 12. 6 houses. 6 houses are malefic out of 12. and any planet occupying or owning these houses, lord of these houses or occupying, posited in these houses, become functional malefic and might give trouble. And other six houses we have 4, 5th, 7th, 9th, and 10th, good houses according to Marsi Parashara. So planets associated with these houses or owning these houses, they become functional benefic, although by nature, naturally they are malefic. It doesn't matter. Here Marsi talking about functional portfolio for a native. So these are the revelation, and how beautifully he put forwarded. He's preparing Maitre for Phalades, giving more understanding about the houses, the functionality of the houses. So this is the Karaka Adhyaya Maharshi has revealed. Karaka, the wisdom related to Karakas, and ultimately it's a Hora science, and Hora science is applied science. You need to apply this concept. He is just adding up these techniques, little techniques, and all the techniques he will install. And then a seeker, a real seeker, when equipped with all the techniques, will go and apply on a chart under the blessing and guidance of Gurudev. Then he will become a Phalkathan Adhikari. Marci said, Na Sansaya. So at this note, I'm closing this episode. May Mahadev bless you. May Mahaguru bless you. In the end, I will do prayer with this prarthana for you and for everyone. Om Asuto Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Mritam Gamaya Om Santi Santi Santi. Jai Gurudev. Har Har Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev.